At the edge of the world, where icy winds can slice through the skin and ocean waves freeze in the night, an ancient people, the Inuit, told a strange tale. A legend, one that doesn't begin with dragons or fire, but with silence and sound. They believed that deep beneath the eternal ice of Greenland, an ancient creature lay sleeping, a being they called Tusanaruk, which means the one who makes sound. On nights when the entire sea is still, when there's no wind, no waves, if someone hears a deep, horn-like roar rising from the depths, they must turn their boat around and leave as far and fast as possible. No one has ever seen the creature clearly, yet the descriptions remain the same. A long, spiraled body like a massive horn, dozens of tentacles moving like withered branches, and glowing red eyes that pierce the darkness. That legend faded into obscurity in the modern world, until one day, the sound returned. But this time, it wasn't heard by human ears. It was captured by sonar beneath the ocean's depths. Around 470 million years ago, when the oceans were still in their primordial state, no whales, no sharks, not even a single vertebrate ruling the seas, an invertebrate rose to the top of the food chain, Camaroserus. A prehistoric cephalopod, the ancient ancestor of modern squids and octopuses, Camaroserus is considered one of the first apex predators of the deep. It could grow up to 9 to 12 meters long, with a massive spiraled conical shell that protected its soft inner body. It moved using a jet propulsion system similar to modern squids, allowing it to surge through the water with surprising speed when hunting. As it approached its prey, long tentacles like giant anchor chains would lash out, grab hold, and drag the victim toward its razor-sharp, beak-like mouth to be crushed and devoured. No strategy, no pack hunting. Camaroserus was a solitary killing machine, ruthless and with virtually no rivals. It preyed on anything smaller than itself, from shelled creatures and trilobites to smaller cephalopods. For tens of millions of years, it reigned as the undisputed overlord of the ancient oceans, not because it was the fastest, but because it came first, in a world where no creature had yet evolved to challenge its dominance. But then, around 443 million years ago, a massive extinction event occurred, marking the end of the Ordovician period and wiping out nearly 85% of marine life. Camaroserus vanished from the fossil record, or at least that's what we thought. In 1972, a research vessel off Greenland picked up a bizarre signal from 2,800 meters below the surface. A 17-second low-frequency sound, like a deep horn echoing from the abyss. No known marine creature could produce it. In 2004, a deep-sea camera from a Norwegian station was damaged after descending to 3,200 meters. When recovered, it bore long, spiral-like gouges, not scratches from rocks, but something curved, hard, possibly alive. That same year, dead whales, particularly beaked whales, washed ashore in Iceland. Their heads were crushed, not bitten, not torn, but compressed, as if by immense pressure. A marine biologist studying the scene said, "We've never seen injuries like this. It's not a shark, not an orca. Whatever did this has strength, precision, and possibly tentacles." Let's return to the Inuit, the ancient people of the Arctic ice. In their carved wooden tablets, they depicted a strange creature, a long, coiled shell like a twisted horn, with tentacles stretching out like the branches of a dead tree. They believed it lived in the coldest, deepest parts of the ocean, and only rose to the surface when the sea became utterly silent. No wind, no waves, no birds, a sign of death approaching. According to the old tales,
any sailor who ever saw the creature never came back. What's strange is that hundreds of years later, modern science would uncover the fossil of a creature called Camaroserus, long-bodied, spiral-shelled, with tentacles, living in the dark, icy deep. Every detail matched. So the question is, how did an ancient culture, with no technology, no science, describe so precisely a creature that paleontology wouldn't discover until millions of years later?
Cephalopods, squids, and octopuses are among the most intelligent invertebrates on Earth. Octopuses can solve puzzles, change their skin color, even remember paths. They are the masters of camouflage beneath the waves. Camaroceras, their ancient ancestor, once ruled the oceans without challenge. But then, it vanished. Why? Paleontologists suggest Camaroceras may have perished due to environmental shifts during the Ordovician-Silurian extinction. But there's another, more compelling idea: that the fall of the shelled cephalopod empire came not from disaster, but from evolution. Coastal cultures often repeat an ancient idea. Every apex predator has a successor. While Camaroceras ruled with brute force and armored shells, something else was evolving in the shadows. Creatures with backbones, with jaws, and no need for a heavy, cumbersome shell. From that new lineage millions of years later came a monster of unmatched power. Fast, massive, bloodthirsty. Megalodon, the super shark, up to 20 meters long, possessing the strongest bite force in natural history. Perhaps Camaroceras didn't die out in a catastrophe. Perhaps it simply lost its place at the top. But what if a single branch of Camaroceras survived? What if it retreated into cold, crushing depths where no shark could follow? What if it hid, evolving in silence for millions of years while the world believed it was gone? Science may not confirm it, but legend has never died. In October 2023, Dr. Lars Ellman and an international research team embarked on a deep-sea expedition in the icy waters north of Greenland. Their mission: to study the ocean floor beneath the ice shelf and collect deep-sea acoustic data. They brought with them low-frequency sonar, autonomous submersibles, and pressure-resistant recording equipment. For the first 17 hours, all systems functioned normally. Then, without warning, communication with the dive team was lost. No distress call, no emergency signal. The team simply vanished. All that remained was a 5-second video clip retrieved from the mothership. In it, a massive, dark shape, roughly the length of a train car, glides past the underwater camera. Its body spirals gently as it moves, with a motion unlike anything known in marine biology. In a journal recovered from the ship, Lars had written one final line: "I believe we're about to prove the Inuit legend is real. If I don't return, perhaps I saw the creature myself."
The ocean covers nearly 3/4 of the Earth's surface, yet what we truly understand about it is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the endless waves lies a vast, alien world, one we've explored less than 5% of. There are regions plunging over 10,000 meters deep, freezing cold, pitch dark, and utterly silent. In those depths, could an ancient creature still be hiding? Camaroserus, the apex predator of the Ordovician seas, may never have truly vanished. Perhaps it retreated into the abyss, into places where even sharks cannot survive. Perhaps it adapted and waited. And if one night, as you stand by a windless, quiet sea, You hear a low, echoing sound, like a horn calling from the deep. Remember that name, Camaroserus, the one that turned legend into a warning.